A place where people meticulously separate their trash into a dozen categories. A country where trains run with astonishing precision, measured in seconds. Is there a place where ancient shrines stand next to futuristic skyscrapers? Here, bowing is an intricate language, and cleanliness is not just a chore, but a way of life. All of this is real in Japan. Join us as we explore some of the most incredible and unique facts about Japan in today's travel documentary. Number 15. Japan. Archipelago life versus continental span of the USA. Japan, officially known as Nihon or Nippon, the land of the rising sun, presents a geographical reality fundamentally different from the vast, continental United States. Instead of a single, contiguous landmass, Japan is a sprawling archipelago of over 6,800 islands in the Pacific Ocean, with the four main islands, Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku, forming the heart of the nation, covering an area of approximately 145,137 square miles, 307,975 square kilometers. Japan is roughly the size of the state of California, or slightly smaller than Montana. This makes it considerably smaller in land area than the continental U.S., which spans over 3.1 million square miles. Despite its smaller size, Japan is home to a population of over 123 million people, more than a third of the U.S. population, resulting in an incredibly high population density, especially concentrated along its coastal areas and in major urban centers. The U.S., in contrast, has vast stretches of sparsely populated land. Japan's geography is also heavily mountainous and volcanic, meaning a significant portion of the land is uninhabitable or difficult to develop, pushing people into densely packed urban corridors. While the U.S. boasts diverse climates from the tropics to the Arctic, Japan experiences four distinct seasons, with variations ranging from the snowy winters of Hokkaido to the subtropical warmth of Okinawa, akin to the climatic range found along the U.S. East Coast or West Coast, but compressed onto an island chain. Ethnically, Japan is largely homogeneous, a sharp contrast to the U.S.'s identity as a melting pot of cultures and ethnicities. This geographical and demographic reality shapes Japanese infrastructure, lifestyle, and culture in ways that feel distinctly different from life in the United States. Number 14. Tokyo. A vertical city of hyper-efficiency, unlike U.S. metropolises. If New York City is the city that never sleeps, Tokyo is the city that runs on hyper-caffeinated, perfectly synchronized clockwork. As one of the world's most populous metropolitan areas, Tokyo is less like a single city center surrounded by suburbs and more like a constellation of distinct, vibrant neighborhoods interconnected by an unbelievably efficient public transit system. From the historic temples of Asakusa to the trendy streets of Harajuku and the business heart of Marunouchi, Tokyo offers incredible diversity within its urban sprawl. What truly sets Tokyo apart from major U.S. cities like New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago is its unparalleled efficiency and safety. The train and subway networks are legendary for their punctuality, often measured in deviations of mere seconds. Imagine commuting in a major U.S. city where you could reliably set your watch by the train schedule. This reliance on public transport means car ownership is less essential in the urban core than in most U.S. cities, reducing traffic congestion and pollution in key areas. Furthermore, Tokyo is remarkably clean and safe. The level of personal honesty is such that leaving your phone or wallet on a train or in a cafe often means it will be there when you return or be turned in to lost and found. This low crime rate and high level of public trust are striking differences compared to the security concerns often present in large U.S. urban environments. Tokyo is a testament to how meticulous planning, collective responsibility, and advanced technology can create a vast, complex urban ecosystem that functions with surprising harmony. Number 13. Japanese women, balancing tradition, modernity, and quiet strength. Encountering Japanese women reveals a fascinating interplay between deeply rooted traditions and rapidly evolving modern roles. While traditional expectations have historically placed women in a domestic sphere, contemporary Japanese women, particularly in urban areas, are increasingly pursuing professional careers, higher education, and greater independence. They navigate a society that still values group harmony and subtle communication, which can sometimes be misinterpreted by Westerners accustomed to more direct communication styles. But this subtlety often masks considerable inner strength and resilience. Japanese women are known for their meticulous attention to detail, whether in fashion, beauty, or their professional lives. The concept of kawaii, cuteness, influences fashion and culture significantly, a trend less prominent in adult fashion in the U.S. Dating culture can be less direct than in the U.S., with group dates and getting-to-know-you phases sometimes preceding one-on-one interactions. Marriage ages are rising, and more women are choosing to remain single or delay starting families, reflecting changing societal norms and personal aspirations, much like trends in the U.S., but within a distinct cultural context. While American feminism has often emphasized overt assertiveness and breaking traditional molds, the path for Japanese women often involves subtly challenging or redefining roles within existing societal structures. They are adept at balancing family responsibilities, if they choose them, with professional ambitions, contributing significantly to the economy and culture while maintaining a unique sense of grace and identity. Number 12. Animal ambassadors, deer, cats, and cultural coexistence. While American culture often celebrates pets and wildlife with national symbols like the bald eagle or bears in national parks, Japan offers unique instances of animals holding special cultural status and coexisting closely with humans in specific locations, a different dynamic from wildlife management in the U.S., which often emphasizes maintaining distance. In Nara Park, for instance, hundreds of wild sika deer roam freely, interacting directly with visitors. These deer are considered sacred messengers in Shinto religion, and bowing your head to a deer to receive a treat is a unique cultural experience you won't find with deer in a U.S. park. Beyond the famous Nara deer, Japan has phenomena like cat islands, such as Aoshima, small islands where cat populations vastly outnumber human residents, originally brought to control rodents but now tourist attractions for feline lovers. Monkey parks like the one in Jigokudani offer glimpses into the lives of snow monkeys bathing in hot springs, an integrated viewing experience distinct from observing monkeys from a distance in zoos or limited natural habitats in the U.S. These examples highlight a cultural willingness to share space and interact with certain animal populations in ways that are less common or encouraged in the United States, reflecting different historical relationships and beliefs about the natural world. Number 11. Kyoto's timeless beauty, preserving centuries of history intact. Unlike many U.S. cities whose historical layers might be limited to a few centuries or specific preserved districts, Kyoto offers an immersive journey through over 1,000 years of Japanese history. Having served as the imperial capital for centuries and largely spared from the destruction of World War II, Kyoto is home to an astonishing concentration of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including ancient temples, serene gardens, and imperial villas. Walking through the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove, or exploring the pathways of Fushimi Inari Shrine, with its thousands of vermilion torii gates, feels like stepping into a different era. A sense of profound historical continuity, rarely experienced on such a scale in the United States. While the U.S. preserves historical sites like colonial Williamsburg or the ancient pueblos of the Southwest, these often feel like snapshots of specific moments in time. Kyoto, however, presents a living history, where traditional arts like geisha performances and tea ceremonies are still practiced, and the city's layout and architecture retain much of their historical integrity. The emphasis on aesthetic beauty, tranquility, and harmony with nature in Kyoto's gardens and temples offers a contemplative historical experience, distinct from the often more interpretative and narrative-focused historical sites found in the U.S. Kyoto is not just a collection of old buildings. It's a city where the past is intricately woven into the fabric of daily life. Number 10. The organized swirl of Shibuya Crossing. Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo is often called the world's busiest intersection, and witnessing thousands of pedestrians cross simultaneously from multiple directions is a breathtaking spectacle. Yet, despite the sheer volume of people, the crossing operates with a surprising degree of order and mutual awareness. Pedestrians navigate the space with a quiet understanding, avoiding collisions through subtle adjustments and consideration. For others, a stark contrast to the more individualistic and sometimes hurried pedestrian flow in busy areas of U.S. cities. This organized chaos is a microexample of a broader Japanese cultural trait. Prioritizing group harmony, WA, and respecting shared space. People move not just as individuals, but as part of a collective flow, intuitively adjusting to avoid inconvenience to others. While large pedestrian crossings exist in the U.S., the level of natural coordination and lack of visible stress among such a massive crowd is uniquely Japanese. It highlights a fundamental difference in public behavior and the unspoken social contract that governs shared spaces. Number 9. Onsen, the communal ritual of hot springs. For centuries, soaking in natural hot springs, or onsen, has been a cherished part of Japanese culture, serving as a ritual for relaxation, healing, and social bonding. With its volcanic landscape, Japan is dotted with thousands of onsen, ranging from rustic open-air baths in the mountains to sophisticated indoor facilities within traditional inns, ryokan. The practice involves specific etiquette, including thorough washing before entering the communal bath and entering naked, a norm that differs significantly from the swimsuit culture of most public pools or spas in the U.S. Unlike the private spa treatments or pool visits common in the U.S., onsen offer a communal bathing experience focused on shared relaxation and the therapeutic benefits of the mineral-rich water. They are places to unwind, connect with family and friends, and appreciate the natural environment. This cultural integration of communal bathing as a regular part of life is a key difference from the more individualistic approach to relaxation and hygiene often seen in the United States. The onsen is more than just a hot bath. It's a cultural institution reflecting values of cleanliness, health, and shared tranquility. Would you be brave enough to experience a traditional Japanese onsen, naked in a communal bath? Comment 1 if you jump right in, or 2 if you prefer a private experience. Number 8. Weddings, a tapestry of Shinto tradition and Western romance. Japanese wedding ceremonies often beautifully illustrate the country's ability to embrace both ancient traditions and modern global influences. Many couples opt for a traditional Shinto ceremony, held at a shrine, where the bride wears an elaborate white kimono, and the ceremony involves symbolic rituals like the exchange of sake cups. These ceremonies are often intimate and steeped in centuries of tradition. Increasingly, however, couples also choose to have a Western-style ceremony, sometimes in chapels built specifically for weddings, complete with white gowns, vows, and ring exchanges, resembling ceremonies common in the U.S. Following either ceremony, the wedding reception, Hairoan, is typically a large, formal banquet with multiple speeches, elaborate meals, and often costume changes for the bride. This common practice of having both a traditional and a Western-style ceremony, or incorporating elements of both into one event, is less common in the U.S., where couples usually commit to one distinct style of wedding. This hybrid approach in Japan reflects a cultural openness and a desire to honor heritage, while also incorporating elements seen as romantic or modern. Number 7. The Japanese way of life, precision, cleanliness, and collective awareness. Life in Naoya's Japan is characterized by an almost obsessive dedication to punctuality, cleanliness, and maintaining public harmony. Trains arrive and depart with astonishing accuracy, measured in mere seconds of potential delay, a level of precision that can feel unreal to commuters in many U.S. cities. Public spaces, from streets to restrooms, are remarkably clean, maintained not just by cleaning crews, but by a collective sense of responsibility and a reluctance to litter or make a mess. Recycling is an ingrained and complex process, with residents meticulously sorting trash into numerous categories: burnable, non-burnable, plastics, paper, glass, metal, etc., according to strict local guidelines and schedules. This level of detailed waste management is far beyond the recycling efforts typically required or practiced in most parts of the U.S. Social behavior in public tends to be reserved, Talking loudly on cell phones or in groups on trains is considered impolite. While the U.S. values individual expression and assertiveness, Japanese culture often prioritizes not inconveniencing others and maintaining group cohesion. This focus on collective well-being and subtle social cues shapes daily life in myriad ways, creating a society that functions with remarkable order and consideration, a significant difference from the more individualistic norms often found in the United States. What do you think of Japan's incredibly strict and detailed recycling rules? Comment 3 if you're impressed by the diligence, or 4 if it sounds like too much work. Number 6. Japanese culinary diversity, a symphony of flavors and textures. To think of Japanese cuisine only in terms of sushi and ramen is to miss an entire universe of flavors, textures, and regional specialties. While globally famous, these are just two notes in a vast symphony. Japanese food is characterized by its emphasis on fresh, seasonal ingredients, delicate flavors, and often beautiful presentation. Exploring Japan is a journey through diverse culinary landscapes, from the hearty stews of Hokkaido to the refined multi-course kaiseki meals of Kyoto. Beyond sushi and ramen, popular dishes include tempura, lightly battered and fried seafood, and vegetables, udon and soba noodles, served hot or cold in various preparations, okonomiyaki, savory pancakes often described as Japanese pizza, takoyaki, octopus balls, and yakitori, grilled skewers. The quality of even casual food like bento boxes from convenience stores or meals from small neighborhood eateries is often remarkably high. Unlike the U.S., where ethnic cuisines are often adapted to local tastes, Japanese cuisine in Japan adheres closely to traditional preparation methods and flavor profiles. The focus on balancing flavors, textures, and colors, and the ritualistic approach to dining make Japanese food a profound cultural experience, not just a meal. Number 5. Mount Fuji, the iconic and spiritual peak. Mount Fuji, Fujisan, stands as one of Japan's most powerful and instantly recognizable symbols, a nearly perfectly conical volcano whose image has been immortalized in countless artworks and photographs. As the country's tallest peak, it holds immense cultural, historical, and spiritual significance. Climbing Fuji is a popular summer pilgrimage, and simply viewing its majestic form from afar, especially with cherry blossoms in spring or autumn foliage, evokes deep national pride and aesthetic appreciation for many Japanese. While the United States has magnificent mountains like those in the Rockies, Sierras, or the Appalachians, none hold the same singular, pervasive symbolic and spiritual weight across the entire nation as Mount Fuji does for Japan. U.S. mountains are primarily seen as natural wonders for recreation, conservation, or their geographical significance. Fuji, however, is deeply embedded in the Japanese consciousness, appearing in folklore, art, and religion for centuries. Its presence is a constant reminder of Japan's unique relationship with nature and the sacred. Number 4. Matsuri, the energetic pulse of Japanese community festivals. Japan pulses with the energy of its Matsuri, vibrant traditional festivals held throughout the year that celebrate everything from seasonal harvests and local deities to historical events. These festivals are not just public holidays, they are vital expressions of community identity, tradition, and shared spirit. Common elements include the spirited carrying of portable shrines, mikoshi, the parading of elaborate floats, rhythmic drumming and music, traditional dancing, and bustling stalls selling delicious street food, yatai. Major Matsuri like Kyoto's Gion Matsuri, Tokyo's Kanda Matsuri, and Aomori's Nobuta Matsuri attract millions and showcase regional cultural heritage. These events are deeply rooted in Shinto beliefs and practices, often serving to appease spirits, pray for good fortune, or purify the community. The level of active participation from residents, the elaborate preparations, and the sheer energy of the crowds are often more intense and widespread than many local festivals or parades in the United States, which might focus more on entertainment or specific cultural groups rather than serving as a unifying community ritual rooted in ancient beliefs. Matsuri are a powerful demonstration of Japan's enduring connection to its history and its vibrant community spirit. Number 3. Navigating the cost of living. Urban expense versus rural affordability. The cost of living in Japan, much like in the United States, presents a tale of two very different realities depending on whether you are in a major urban center or a more rural area. Cities like Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto are among the most expensive in the world, with rent being a particularly significant cost, often comparable to or exceeding that in major U.S. cities like New York City or San Francisco. A small one-bedroom apartment in a desirable Tokyo neighborhood could easily command $2,500 per month, often for a compact space. However, venture outside the major metropolises, and the cost of living drops considerably. Housing, food, and daily expenses become much more affordable in smaller cities and the countryside. While the average income in Japan is generally lower than in the U.S., the high quality of life, excellent and relatively affordable healthcare system, incredibly low crime rates, and efficient public transportation, especially in cities, can offer significant value that offsets costs. Food, while expensive in high-end restaurants, can be very affordable if you shop at supermarkets or eat at casual eateries. Despite the high cost of urban living, many foreigners choose Japan for its safety, efficiency, unique culture, and the balance it offers, a contrast to the often higher overall expenses of major U.S. cities, even when accounting for potentially higher salaries. Number 2. The all-encompassing world of the Konbini. Japanese convenience stores, or Konbini, are far more than just places to grab a quick snack. They are indispensable hubs integrated into the fabric of daily life, operating on a level of service and quality rarely seen in their U.S. counterparts. Open 24/7, these stores are consistently clean, well-lit, and surprisingly well-stocked. Beyond standard convenience items, they offer high-quality fresh food options like bento boxes, onigiri, rice balls, sandwiches, and hot items like fried chicken and oden. Their services extend far beyond retail. You can find ATMs, purchase tickets for concerts, movies, and public transport, pay utility bills, send and receive packages, print documents, and even access fax machines. This comprehensive suite of services makes Konbini essential stops for residents and tourists alike, providing a level of accessibility and convenience that is a defining characteristic of the Japanese urban landscape and largely unmatched by convenience stores in the United States, which typically offer a more limited range of products and services. Number 1. Vending machines, the ubiquitous face of convenience. Japan's landscape is dotted with an astonishing number of vending machines, reflecting a national penchant for convenience and automation. While vending machines exist in the U.S., their variety and density in Japan are on another level entirely. Beyond the standard drinks and snacks, Japanese vending machines dispense a surprising array of items, including hot and cold coffee and tea, soup, instant noodles, fresh fruit, umbrellas, batteries, electronics, and even sometimes local produce or unique novelty items. This level of integration of vending machines into daily life is a clear symbol of their commitment to convenience. What item do you wish was easily available in vending machines in your country, like they are in Japan? Comment 5 if it's hot meals, 6 if it's umbrellas, or 7 for something else you can think of. We've just scratched the surface of the incredible country that is Japan, exploring some of its most unique and fascinating aspects. From the organized chaos of Shibuya to the serene beauty of Kyoto, the ritual of Onsen to the unparalleled convenience of Konbini, Japan offers a perspective on life, culture, and technology that is unlike anywhere else. Hopefully, this gave you a fresh perspective on the land of the rising sun. What was the most surprising fact you learned today? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, and share the video to support us. See you in the next one.